Hello again, Tool.tv viewers. I have a very quick video for you today. As you may be aware, hopefully you're aware, I'm going to CES here in a couple of days, and hard to really say this. You see here I'm using a microphone. I'm using the Rode lavalier pin mic. It's been working pretty well. There's a lot of echo still, but the echo is caused by the room being ridiculously echoey, not by this. In all other situations I've used it, it has been amazing. It's been excellent. But it does require me, and I don't really want to do this on camera, it does require me to use this, which as you can probably see is tethered to my camera, which gives me a very limited range of motion. So when I saw this pop up over Christmas, over on Monoprice, I had to give it a shot. This is a wireless 2.4 gigahertz microphone system. Now that I'm thinking about it, 2.4 gigahertz probably not the best option going to CES, but I thought it was worth a shot. Most wireless mic systems you're going to see are in the neighborhood of $500 to $1,000. This was 80-something dollars. So I thought I would at least give it a shot and just see how it works. I think Monoprice will do returns if it's terrible. So let's just open it up and look at what's in the box. Here we have a little booklet, gives a little information about it. I'll read over that in a minute. And then we've got a very simple setup here. If I can get it out of the box, you can see it there. We've got the transmitter and the receiver. So let me just take this out of the... It's very tightly packaged in here. Might have to flip the whole thing over. Oh, the box kind of explodes. Yeah, we'll put that off to the side and hopefully get it back together someday. There we go. So yeah, finally we have the receiver, which without anything in it, without it being hooked up to anything, is very, very thin and feels very cheap. I would not expect much more given that it was relatively inexpensive. This is a headphone. I do remember seeing something about that. It's one earbud you stick in. I'm never going to use this thing, so we'll just forget about that for now. This looks like a belt clip. No, this is sorry, it's a shoe mount. You stick this on the back of the device. Let's just go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Finally got its clip on there. So yeah, this is a shoe mount. I can stick this in the top of my camera and screw it down and it'll stay there in place. Then we've got the actual transmitter. This is the part that will go on my belt. It does have a little belt clip on the back of it. That should be very, very handy. And what looks like a second belt clip, I guess you could use on the back of this little guy in case you didn't want to put it on a camera if you wanted to. Okay, I thought it was rattling. It's just the cold shoe mount there. Okay, and then in case it didn't come with enough stuff, right, you have another headphone, which again, never going to use. You have this, it's a little 3.5mm adapter, which should go from the receiver into the camera. And you've also got this thing that'll, again, probably never be used, but it is a lavalier microphone. It is not a powered one, which is definitely a plus in my opinion. I'll go ahead and try it out with the transmitter. I'll try it out and see how it works, and then I'll probably switch over to using this one. But let me go ahead, I'll get everything set up, get the batteries put in. This does take 4 AAA batteries, 2 in each one, if I remember correctly, and it does not come with them, so I'm providing them from my own personal stash. Just go ahead and hook this up, make sure everything works. All right, so we've got it there. It is on. And when I do that, the light comes on. Yeah, you can sort of see that. Okay, so let me go ahead and stick some more batteries in this one just to get everything up and rolling and raring and ready to go. All right. So now we've got that. We've got it turned on. It's flashing. And now they're flashing together. That's sort of creepy. That's Children of the Corn creepy there. There you go. You can sort of see them flashing together every now and again. I guess that means they are in sync. So at this point, I ought to be able to plug this little guy into that, and we'll give it a shot. So I'll be right back with some different audio. We'll see how it works, right? Alrighty, and we are back. It looks like it's a little bit loud. That may just be me. Let's see, I think I have a volume control. Yes, I do, so I can turn it down a little bit. That might help a little. Yeah, so as you can see, I do have the, let me pull it back closer. This is the wireless receiver, so it's actually sitting quite close to me, but it's not actually connected to me anymore. I'm physically disconnected from everything, so I could technically get up and walk away right now, and I am wireless. This is the wireless pack. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in my pocket just to get it out of the way. There we go. And now I'm going to take just a second and I'm going to switch out for my pin mic that I've got here on my chest and just see how big of a difference that makes, if any. And unfortunately, it does not appear to work. I'm guessing that means that this requires phantom power that this thing is not supplying. Not sure how it would work with one and not with the other, but I don't know. Yeah, so I've tried sort of back and forth. I'll have to keep experimenting with it, but it's looking like this may not work with it, so I'll have to hope that this other little lavalier mic works at least reasonably well. The little bit I tested just by hooking in headphones, because there's actually a headphone port on both of these. So if I plug in, I can actually hear in my ear what I sound like, or at least I should be able to hear. I'm not hearing anything though. So that's interesting. Let's try the other ear. No, I'm still not hearing anything. But let me try plugging into the receiver now, because that was working a minute ago. There we go. Now we're plugged in and I'm able to hear myself. There is definitely a hiss, like a staticky kind of hiss, and I'm hearing it in the receiver, but it's not terrible. It could be much, much worse. I'll have to try it from distance and see what kind of distance I can get on it, but realistically speaking, at CES where I'm going to be, there's not going to be a huge amount of distance between me and the camera. Probably talking about 10 feet, maybe 20 feet away. So I'll walk across the room here in a minute and see if it continues to work. I'll just put this in my pocket and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm just sort of backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away, almost into the next room now. Trying to be about the same level as I was, and it looks like everything is still going appropriately. I can see the audio meter still going. There's a lot more echo in this room. I'm almost to the Christmas tree now, and I am definitely about, I don't know, I want to say 25 or 30 feet away. That was 17 steps, let's say 30 feet, maybe a little more than that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this in, see how it sounds and everything like that, and I don't know, maybe I'll be back. Alright, so I just went ahead and imported some of the footage and watched some of it, and it's kind of a mixed opinion so far. It's very nice that these do work. I'm trying to determine if the problem is with the transmitter receiver or if it's with this thing. I guess I could technically test. Actually, yeah, let me give this just a minute and see what happens. Let me put this back on my... And then I realized that the plug on this thing is a 3-pole. Yeah. I wonder if... Why would it be a 3-pole? Let's just see. I think this is a 3-pole. Yes, it is. That would be amazing if that worked, because this is a very interesting mic. Do some little tweezing, configuring, and see if this works. All right, so you should be able to hear me now through the iRig mic. That would be an interesting option as well, because I'd be wired in, but I wouldn't be wired to something it was recording. I'd be recording on the device. I just took it to the medium setting. I think that's the, I don't know if that's better or not. And this is the almost off setting. So this is probably the best option if I hold it about here. I don't know, it looks like it's working. That's interesting. I'm very upset that it's a 3-pole plug. Maybe I can find an adapter at Radio Shack or something, but I don't know, we'll try this out and see how it works. But yeah, anyway, I'm back to my normal microphone setup here. I kind of got off topic and thrown off there because I actually started looking around and actually paying attention to things. Yeah, the microphone that actually came with the Monoprice setup is the, and I don't remember the term for it off the top of my head, it's a 3-pole because it's got the 3 little rings on it, whereas my normal microphone, and even this little cable, is a stereo cable. You know, it's got the 2 rings on it, so I'm not really sure about that. Hopefully there will be an adapter or something where I can actually take my pin mic and use that instead, because I'd like to be able to try the pin mic through this wireless receiver and see how it sounds. But at the very least, I'll be able to compare it to this iRig. And you guys will have to let me know down in the comments below what you think of it as well. I'm not going to be using it for daily videos or anything like that. It's just a matter of when I go to CES, having something that's a wireless option, having something that I can mount on a camera so the camera itself can be receiving the audio and not have to sync things up in post. Because the more I can do that, the more videos I can make while I'm at CES, which means more content for you guys, more content for XDA. Everybody wins. So anyway, so far I am impressed with the range that I got on this, but again, I'm trying it at my home where there's no other competing sources. I do have my home router, but one 2.4 gigahertz network is not going to interfere with anything like that. With other wireless audio signals around, that would be massive interference. So I'll give it a try once we're at CES and we'll just see how it turns out. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any suggestions or anything. Like I said, I'd love to get this lavalier pin mic working, but with it having 2 and this requiring 3, three-ring circus thing, three-pole port, tri-pole port, whatever. It's not working at the moment. Yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching though, and I'll see you next time.